great times of the Gilded Age, where millionaires thrived and industries boomed. However, these picture-perfect times were disguised to the corruption, unfair treatment, and even murderous working conditions people faced. The problems brought up were a precedent for reform and strikes occurring during this era. Today we'll take a look at one of the greatest captains of industry who shares his revenues with those he deems worthy of such wealth. Later we'll get an inside look at a recent riot for change in New York City. And now over to Tess Walter, who will be doing an interview with Andrew Carnegie.
Good morning, Tess Walter here with the one and only Andrew Carnegie.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
So to start off, tell us a little about your company.
Well, I own a company and it's called Carnegie Steel, where I control over 25% of the nation's entire quantity of steel. I also own and control the resources, factories, and transportation involved within my company.
Very nice. Okay, now how does it feel to be one of the wealthiest men in this country?
I think it's nice to have money, but I feel that there is a greater purpose of giving it away to people who need and deserve it more than I do. Once I die, I will no longer have a need for it, and I consider myself a philanthropist.
Very sweet. You have so much money. What do you do with all the money you don't give away to the people?
Well, I also use my money for the purpose of funding libraries, musicals, and universities. I give my money away that I make, and that's almost 90%.
Wow. Do you ever come across any problems with being so rich?
Well, here's a funny story. I don't like to keep money on me because I'm used to people knowing who I am and knowing that I'm rich. So one day I was not allowed to use the public subway because I did not have any money on me.
I know you say you like giving money away, but is it true that most of it came from cutting your employees' wages?
Well, that's true, but it wasn't only my fault because my manager, Henry Brick, was also involved.
I see. Would you consider yourself a captain of industry or a robber baron?
Definitely a captain of industry because I give my money to others and people should see it in the same way. I am not stealing, I'm helping them give it away.
Why should people choose your company over any other steel company?
I think my company is better than any others because my steel is the best quality out there, and who else is there to buy from?
Well, isn't there any competition?
No, because I've got out all my competitors so far and I have no competition. I am the only steel company out there since I've lowered my prices to put others out of business.
Wow, sneaky. Thanks. In your opinion, do you view John D. Rockefeller as a robber baron or a captain of industry?
I definitely see him as a robber baron. He abused his power, and the government had to step in order to limit his influence over his company.
Are you interested in the fastest form of communication? Would you like to talk to your family whenever you want? Are you sick of handwriting letters to your friends to share information? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then this product is for you.
Hello? Oh, hey, didn't see you there. My name is Alexander Graham Bell, and I am here to tell you about my latest invention, the telephone. In order to make a phone call, here's how you do it. You pick up the receiver, and right here, you dial the numbers. So, for example, if I wanted to call my friend, I would put my finger in the slot and rotate it all the way around, and I would talk into the mouthpiece. And then you can hear whoever you're talking to right here. And to hang up the phone, you put the receiver here and you drop it.
There were many positive and negative effects of urbanization during the Gilded Age. Some negative aspects are the housing situations. People lived in one-room houses. They were cramped in tight spaces. Some families had multiple children, so everyone was crammed into one tiny apartment. The beds, tables, sink, and toilet were all in this one tiny room. Another negative effect of urbanization would be the workplaces. Workplaces were very dirty and hot. People had to work long days with little to no pay. Many workplaces were unsafe, and many children were injured while being forced to work there. Another negative effect was diseases. People contracted diseases from their homes being unsanitary. Some of these diseases are cholera, measles, and scarlet fever. If one person in a tenement got sick, everyone got sick. There were also many positive effects of urbanization. Some examples would be skyscrapers, which were buildings that were taller than usual, libraries where people could go to further their education, the telephone, invented by Alexander Graham Bell, and the elevator, which was faster than taking the stairs.
As you all can see, Andrew Carnegie is not that bad. Rumor been saying about him. He's a captain of our industry. The urbanization brought a few negative effects to our society and environment, but the positive effect covered up. Thanks for watching the news today. We hope you have a great time with our captain of industry, and don't forget to buy a new telephone.